What's going on, guys? Filmington is here. Still trying to tan that scalp. Today I got, I think, 36, maybe 38 cards back from PSA. This is going to be a blind reveal with one caveat. I did tune into Dustin Bellinger, the guy that does the PSA submissions. He posted a live stream with the results of the submission, and I did accidentally see 3 to 4 of my cards. And I will explain those once I go through them. So this should be fun, guys. Biggest PSA submission that I've ever done, and many more to come. So let's flip it around. All right, got the lighting. 2 boxes. Let's start with the heavier of the two, I guess. This was a very Juan Soto heavy submission. I submitted, I believe, like 17 Topps Chrome updates in total, and probably a few of the pinks too. All right, how should I do this? I'm a newbie. All right. So this was I believe, a Mike Trout number to 99 green refractor, Topps Chromes. This is one of the bigger cards, actually. Yeah. Oh, that is a 10, and I know Bowman 51, 1951 is going to want to take this off my hands. He's a big Mike Trout refractor collector, so maybe I'll be able to work out a deal with him. That's a pretty sweet card. Once he wins his 4th or 3rd MVP this year, forget how many he has in his career. I don't know. That's got to go up a little bit at least. Maybe not exponentially, but... Same card, but Jose Ramirez. Jeez, he's having a terrible year. If only I knew now what I knew then. Number to 99, Green Wave. Pulled this one out of I forget if it was a hobby pack or a jumbo pack. But probably pulled it live on camera at one point. Maybe even a retail product. All right, so 2 for 2. My ideal percentage would be 70% 10s. I know that's what Tyler Short kind of goes by. Check out his YouTube channel if you haven't already. I don't know if he's been posting a lot of new content, though, but he's a big PSA submissioner. All right, so we got a Vlad Guerrero Baseball America. These were fairly short printed. 2017 Topps Heritage Minor League. Oh, 3 for 3. Perfect centering. Well, this is a lot easier this time versus last time. But my last submission, where I did like 9 cards, I think a good deal of them were before like year 2000. Some of them were like early 90s. And sorry about that, guys. Doing a makeshift tripod thing today. All right, so here we got Tim Tebow, 2017 Topps Heritage Minor League. Bowman 51 said, don't submit this because the centering is off. I said, it might be worth it. Hey, too easy. To be fair, maybe this wasn't the same card that Bowman 1951 told me not to submit, but I know there was at least one Tebow, and I think I went against what he had suggested. All right, this is a Griffey. This was pulled out of I did a case break on YouTube, but this is actually pulled out of a box, baseball card exchange box, and this Griffey was in much better shape than any of the Griffies. I probably pulled about 11 out of a case break. I stopped after 6 boxes because I realized they all looked the same. They all were similarly chipped. So come on. I mean, this is a tough card. I mean, the corners are close to immaculate. That's not always going to be enough with a card that has a 5% hit rate that they're clearly trying to kind of keep that down over time. PSA does their little tricks here and there, for better, for worse. Some methods are similarly employed by Sotheby's. But value preservation, whatever. But anyways, this card is, I was hoping for a 9. Anything less than that, it's kind of like probably not worth submitting. But hey, all right, so I got it. Outside chance at a 10, but that centering when it's not perfect for, again, a card that's as old as this with such a small population. 93 Topps Jeter would be kind of similar. Like, you need to find one that's like that would have met the parameters or conditions of like a BGS pristine in order to get a PSA 10 now. Hey, all right. So this is a big card. When I had submitted it, I think PSA 10s are going for about 35, 40. Now I think it's about like 75. So a big reason why there's been such a big jump in the cost of the 2018 Topps Update boxes. Earlier this year, you could get them for about $50. Now they're about 120. Juan Soto, of course, is in that product, his first true rookie, but he's been having a good season. But there's a lot of younger players that are kind of stealing the limelight, that are taking a lot of that wallet share. To the Tatises of the world, not really the Vlads, but the Austin Rileys at this point, that are causing, I feel like, 20, 21-year-old phenoms to get forgotten, like Juan Soto. But, Juan Soto would still be a guy to buy right now, I think. And then one more, Acuna. Is it the same thing? No, this one's a chrome. Hey, got a 10. Okay, so doing pretty well. So I said 70% was my hit rate, and right now we're at 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 out of 7, pretty damn good. Take another stack, put it down. Yeah, there's only so many dollars people have to use to spend on cards. And, there's obviously going to be a rise in consumer income that should help people kind of buy without the need to sell. But there's so many players out there, and just limited, theoretically, or not theoretically, but there is a rather finite amount of money that gets spread across all of those players. There's only so many new investors getting into this hobby. There are some, but limited population. A lot of this is nostalgia, people going back and being able to afford the higher priced singles and cost of wax, and it makes it tough for a guy like Juan Soto, who is probably on pace for like a 27, 28 home run season, 100 RBIs, close to that at least, close to 100 runs, a decent amount of steals, 300 average, and OPS. That's not that much different from last year. But even Ronald Acuna's cards have been falling a little bit, and he's been having a really great year. A lot of power, a lot of steals. All right, so here are the Juan Soto Topps Chrome updates. Again, I submitted, I believe, 17, then probably another 6 in my most recent order. I used those back pages, this kind of formula for the centering. If the W was cut off at all, I did not submit it. But then I realized that a lot of 10s after the fact that I had seen on eBay did have imperfect centering with the W partially cut off. So that's why I submitted a few more in my most recent order. So these ones I'm expecting all 10s. Oh, shit, this was a pink. So I somehow missed that. Yes. All right. So, again, Soto's cards have come down a little bit. Earlier this year, this was easily a $135 card and a 10. Now it's somehow only like an 82 and still selling for about, or 82 or $85 and still selling for $60 raw. So people probably realize that it's really easy to get these in 10s, which is too bad, because I was hoping for a nice $50 at least bump getting these in 10s, and that's why I had sought after so many of the raw ones. But it is what it is, guys. There's clearly been a high hit percentage on the Topps Chrome Update Sotos, and probably other cards, other like cards from that set. So supply and demand, fellas. But still, really sweet card. Really happy to get that. I paid about probably an average $50, $52 for the three or four pinks that I purchased. I think I submitted 2 pinks in this order, maybe another pink in the next one. Oh, and there's my other pink, and that's a 10. How about that, fellas? Oh, man, this has been a good order so far. You know what? Say what you want about PSA and Slabgate, but they're so trustworthy. They never make mistakes. And they have the highest integrity in all the land. All right, so these are probably going to be the base Juan Soto's. All right, 10. All right, got some Otanis mixed in. These are some of the ones that I saw. Oh, shit. That's too bad. That would have been a good one. This one was pack pulled out of retail. Damn. Well, maybe I should crack that. Well, I'll have to look over that. I must have missed something. Maybe on the back or something like that. It's too bad. And here's one of the ones that I saw. I saw a couple Otani 10s in advance. Nice. Probably a good guy to buy up on right now. And another 10. Sweet. All right. More Juan Sotos. Wait a second. I submitted 3 pinks. How about that? 3 10s. How about that, fellas? Nice. All right. Ohtani. 10. Probably a card that wasn't worth submitting, but I think these look cool. The inserts are kind of trite, and for the most part, across like Topps Chrome and Bowman and some of the other Topps products too. But I think that's one of the better looking ones, and it helps that it has the RC logo. Although some of them do, anyways. But all right. How about that? Topps update. So any card that raw sells for less than $5, I try not to submit, but when I do, I have to be really, really certain that it hits 10, because PSA 9s of those things are probably going for $5 as well. The cards themselves, raw, going for that much, but you're not getting that much of a value bump. This is another one with like a 10, but you have to be really sure you hit it. And in some cases, the value bump for a 10 might not be there, but you're hoping that it eventually becomes kind of a bump, I guess, in the future, in order to justify the cost of degrading. All right, so I remember a lot of these Ohtani cards, Chrome cards, I actually pulled out of the same blaster. It's crazy. So yeah, it's retail, fellows. Value in blasters sometimes, there is, for sure. Rogned Odor. This is the highest value card, or I don't know if it is anymore because he's batting like 175 this year. He did have a stretch last year where he was doing pretty good, so I picked up a graded copy. I picked up a raw copy. The graded one was a gold. I've since sold that to a diehard Rangers fan. So able to at least get my money back on that, almost, or basically. And then this is a number to 25 orange. So I paid almost $200 for this, and before the season started, a PSA 10 would be probably worth around $450. Now you might be looking at a little more than half that. He's still fairly young, but he's just been so bad. He's a streaky player though, so 2 or 3 good weeks could start changing his values a little bit. But I'm really hoping for a 10 on this one. Oh, nice. That is sick. That is awesome. So that'll pretty much ensure that I'll be able to get my money back off this, because that PSA 10 bump is like a times 2-ish multiplier, I think, for the 2012 Bowman Chrome autographs. It's got to be around times 2, if not a little bit less. All right, Walker Buehler coming at you. This is a refractor. Oh, that's a sepia. That's really sweet. Pulled that one myself. Again, that is retail. He's starting to turn it around. He's an all-star. First few starts are pretty bad. They overused him in the playoffs last year, so it wasn't completely unexpected. All right, so the next box. Oh, sorry, guys. All right, so probably a lot of Juan Sotos in this one. Juan Soto, 10. Juan Soto, 10. Juan Soto, 10. That's how you do it, guys. Juan Soto, 10. My average price on these was, I think, $10.55. I bought 63 in total, submitted 17 in this submission, and I believe another 6 in the next one. This is the regular ones, not including the pinks. I bought, I think, 4 total pinks. As you saw, 3 of them came back as 10s. And I did not submit the 4th. All 10s, boys and girls. Juan Soto, 10, too easy. 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 Guys, this is too easy. I should have submitted some of these to Beckett, to be honest. I don't know about many people that do the bulk submissions for Beckett. I don't even know if Beckett has those rates. Probably should. That's pretty naive for me to say that, but I definitely would have seen, much bigger multiplier for the Beckett Pristine. I assume that the population there is quite sizable as well, given the print run. I don't know what the print runs were for these cards, maybe like 15,000, but it would have been nice to have some more valuable cards. Then these are probably like $40, $50 cards max. But oh well, at least I got all 10s. So that's pretty sweet. So I think, what did I get? Only 2 cards that weren't 10s. So was that like 36 of 38 or 34 of 36? Yeah, I think it was it just the Ohtani? This Ohtani and the Ken Griffey Jr. in 1989 Donruss. That was a big risk. They didn't get 10s. Holy shit. So that's pretty good. So I wonder if, like, umpiring in baseball, if the pitcher has a lot of control and he's like painting the corners, like sometimes it's to be said that those guys get the benefit of the call, where if a guy's like erratic, and he doesn't throw a lot of strikes and the catcher's like set up in one area, then he has to like move his arm across the plate, and then he sometimes gets stiffed on calls. So I wonder if like it's the same way with grading, where if they see 9 or 10 gem mint cards in a row that look borderline pristine, if you're going to get the benefit of the doubt on like the next 2 or 3 cards that might be a little iffy, maybe they're more likely to just kind of skip over small things and just sort of speed up their processes. But who knows? I did pretty well on that one. Here's the total percentage of 10s right here. And more content to come, guys. Plenty of ideas. Can't wait till the National. I think it's in like 29 days or something. Take care. Hopefully, like you saw, like, comment, subscribe. Out. All right. Actually, I missed a few cards, so I'm going to go back and show those now. I was going to say, it didn't seem like there were 17 Sotos. Soto. 10. Soto. 10. Soto. 10. Different Juan Soto card. Oh, nice. I bought a lot of these 2018 Topps Heritage. These aren't worth a whole lot right now. Again, Soto price decline across the board. But yeah, it's nice to get this back into 10. And this was the only submission-worthy card, I thought, of the 20 or so. I probably picked up more than that, actually. Maybe about 30 raw I picked up. So I sold the raw ones as such, and then submitted that. And then this one's a 10. Paid a little bit extra for this one, like $5 or $6 instead of like what I wanted to pay was probably more like $4, because I thought this was a 10 definite. So, yep. It doesn't. So that changes the percentage a little bit, but still just 2 cards under 10.